Good morning, Coffman. Today is March 6th. I'm Grady.
And I'm Audrey, and you're watching Coffman Live.
You know what's ludicrous, Audrey?
What is?
Your shirt.
My shirt. I know. It's a taco cat.
Wow.
It's really exciting. You know what's also ludicrous?
What?
Today's the last day of the quarter, so we have one more quarter left of high school. That's crazy. Let's get to the show.
Yeah. Attention all freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Your course request verification slips for next school year will be distributed by your homeroom teachers today. Please be sure to review and note any schedule changes on this form and return to the guidance department no later than Friday, March 20th. Students do not need to return this form if there are no changes. The 2020 Congressional Art Competition is an opportunity to recognize artistic talent of high school students. The winning piece of artwork will be displayed for 1 year in the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. The runner-up, third place in People's Choice Award artwork will be displayed in Mr. Troy Balderson's district office in Worthington. All entries must be dropped off to his Worthington office by April 10th. A reception honoring all participants will be held the evening of May 11th at the Columbus Museum of Art.
Buckeye Boys Day is a fun event coming up this summer. Want to know more about it? Here's DCTV's Cam Kopp and Grady Isley.
This summer, people from all across Ohio are coming in to join in Buckeye Boys State. I sat down with Grady Isley to talk about the benefits and enjoyment of joining Buckeye Boys State.
Buckeye Boys State is run by the American Legion, which is the largest veterans group in Ohio.
But now, what exactly is Buckeye Boys State?
Buckeye Boys State is a week-long experience where you basically simulate the function of the Ohio State government.
Another thing I asked, well, what was exactly his main role in the government portion of Buckeye Boys State?
There were many different jobs that you could run for at each level, but I chose to run for city council. As a city councilor, I helped pass bills regarding zoning, parks, the police department, and a lot of other things too.
Now, we all know Buckeye Boys State was just a barrel of fun, but what exactly was Grady Isley's favorite part of Buckeye Boys State?
My favorite part of Buckeye Boys State was getting to meet people from all different types of backgrounds from all across Ohio.
Speaking with Grady Isley gave me a better understanding of the fun and important aspects of the American Legion Buckeye Boys State. This is Cameron Kopp with DCTV, signing off.
The Ohio Supercomputer Summer Institute and the Young Women's Summer Institute will be hosted at the Ohio State University this summer. The OSC Summer Institute is a 2-week residential program for gifted students to experience hands-on learning from June 14th through the 26th. The OSC Women's Summer Institute is July 12th through 18th. It is designed to promote computer, math, science, and engineering skills. If you have any questions or are interested in attending either session, visit the guidance office for a brochure. Here's a heartwarming Friday story about a woman pursuing her passion to make a difference to the vulnerable animal life she loves.
Linda Dowdy found her life's calling. She helps rehabilitate one of the most common marine mammals along the U.S. East Coast, the harbor seal. Here's why Dowdy's a CNN hero. Though she worked with a number of conservation groups in the past, many of them kept having to close down because they lost funding. So Dowdy started her own, and today we're spending a few minutes with Marine Mammals of Maine.
Growing up on the coast of Maine, I was exposed to marine mammals and wildlife in general. Since our local area is really surrounded by water, we do a lot of things on the ocean. You'd see seals doing their thing, and I just remember being so amazed. What I love about seals is they really look similar to dogs, and they also are really charismatic. It's really neat to see them in their natural environment, and they're very curious in general. These animals are special to me, so I ended up becoming a marine biologist. I would say the biggest threat to these animals is human impacts. We may have an animal that may have been entangled or hit by a boat or injured from a prop wound. With the increase in human activity on beaches, these animals don't get time to rest and regain their energy. Taking selfies with seals can actually cause a lot of stress and harm for that animal. When harbor seal pups are born, they stay with their mom for about 4 weeks. Mom usually goes off to forage for food and then come back again. If there's any human involvement, if there's people that are around that pup or pick up and move that pup, the mom may not come back. And once that abandonment occurs, that seal pup is not going to survive. Over the years, nonprofits and state agencies for marine mammal response and rescue either closed down or lost funding. And that's where I decided we're going to help. Good morning, Miss 264. Our organization runs a 24-hour reporting hotline for marine mammal strandings. 184 is currently the one that's upside down. We cover approximately 2,500 miles along the coast of Maine. Most of the animals that we respond to is about 90% seals. We only intervene if needed. When an animal comes into our center, we usually take blood, start an IV, and get a whole kind of diagnostics of what the animal's dealing with, and then come up with a medical plan. So he's on fluid therapy for today to try to break up some of this pneumonia that he has. We can provide long-term care for 4 animals at a time. It's been now 20 years that I've been doing this, which seems like I just started yesterday. Aww. And the feeling has not changed for me. I love it now more than ever. I can't imagine there not being a place in the state of Maine for these animals to have a chance to be cared for, and I will do that as long as I can.